Hello and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and this is sort of a modified lunch break. We'll call it a coffee break. so, if you join me on a regular basis, you know that I usually go live at noon on Thursdays.
Hello and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas.
Hopefully that got rid of that. um, Yes, I'm usually here Thursdays at noon, but today I had some training at Blue Mountain that I was doing for this morning, and it didn't finish till about 11:45. So obviously I was not going to be at home in the craft studio by noon. So you may have seen my little après ski video from the parking lot at Blue Mountain. Letting you know that I would be here later today, and here I am back. So hopefully you have a few minutes to join me, maybe have a cup of tea or coffee, a glass of water, whatever your afternoon beverage of choice is, and we will do a little bit of crafting together. So hi Donna, welcome. Thanks so much for coming back. I think it was probably you on earlier. It was very sunny and it was hard to see the screen, but I did see that someone was there earlier, so hopefully you caught the message that I was going to be later. But anyway, I guess you found out one way or another, because here you are. So thanks for joining me. So today we are going to do some easy crafting that makes lovely cards. And we don't have to do all the work. So how do you do that? We do that using Memories and More cards. So we are going to use the Heart and Home Memories and More card pack, and I have pulled a few of the cards out of that, and I'm going to show you just how quick and easy it is to make pretty cards with these cards. Cards with the cards. They are awesome for memory keeping, but they are also wonderful for card making. So we are going to do some card making with them today. Alrighty, so if you are joining me, give me a hello. Let me know that you're here while I get this set up. And ready, kind of, sort of, let's see if we're crooked or straight, eh? Why is my computer looking rather frozen? Hopefully we can get this up here, and then I can see what we are up to. Okay, so these are the Memories and More cards. I'll take them out of the shiny plastic so we can see them a little bit better. And there are two sizes in the package. There are 4x6 and there's 3x4. So all different ones. They are all double-sided. Some have sentiments and writing on them. Some are just patterns and designs. Some of them have lines for journaling. Some of them have a frame that you could add a photo to if you're using them for memory keeping, or if you're using them for a card, you could put another shape in there with an image on it. And the same thing with the small cards. Some of them are designed most specifically for journaling. Some have, sentiments or phrases on them. Some are just patterns. So there's all different things in this pack, and different colors, you name it, it's in here. So those are the cards. You also get some sheets of stickers. There's 4 sheets of stickers here, and they are just exactly that. They are stickers. So you can use these in your memory keeping, or you could use this to create a card. There's sentiments and images, everything you need for card making if if that's how you want to do it. You could even use some of these to stamp on. So lots of variety in here, and lots of ways to create with these things. So bring in some supplies here. I am using Fresh Freesia. That's my card base, and that's also going to be my first layer. And we are just going to do a little bit of tone on tone stamping. Now you can stamp anything you want on these, even though these are the Memories of Home? Heart and Home Memories and More. And this is the stamp set from the Heart and Home suite, or one of the stamp sets from the Heart and Home suite. But you don't obviously have to do them together. You can mix and match any old way you want. But I have pulled out this stamp, and I thought I would use it to do some tone on tone stamping today. So we're going to do some tone on tone stamping on all of our cards. And I did not get a clean piece of scrap paper, but we will just stamp over the edge onto the graph paper. That will work. So I'm going to bring in my Fresh Freesia ink. Why has everything disappeared? And I am sort of going to use this top section the most, I think. And because my this is the card that I will use, so it will cover up a lot of that. So what I really want to be focusing on is coming in from my outside edges so that I have pattern showing, because the center obviously is going to be hidden by the card that I'm using. I'm just going to go around the edges here with this, add a little bit more there. There we go. That will do. And then what else? The rest that I have is Pale Papaya. So I am just going to clean this stamp so that I don't mix my Pale Papaya and my Fresh Freesia inks. And it will be ready to go for the next card. Actually, while I have this open, I have just a 1/2 inch strip of basic white, and I was going to punch a sentiment. This sentiment that I'm using is Thinking of You, and it is from the Special Moments stamp set. So this is a celebration stamp set that you can get for free with a $120 order, and there are 21 different sentiments in this stamp. So it covers lots of different lots of different thoughts, lots of different sentiments that you can create with this stamp set. So I will just stamp that onto there, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with the sentiment just yet, so I won't cut any of it. We'll just leave it for a moment. And then I have, this is one of the standard cards that is 3x4, and I have cut a garden green mat that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So all pretty straightforward card making bits and pieces we've got going on here. Okay. Oop. Just get this onto here. If you're ever in need of quick cards, having some of these on hand is wonderful. There are also card packs that you can buy with card bases and envelopes and everything all ready to go for these as well. I wanted a little, almost want a little bit more there. It's very plain. I don't like it at the bottom. It's okay at the top. Maybe I will have to get out some ink and add something to it. I'm trying to resist, but I can't. It looks a little blank to me, and it's probably just me being a little bit silly, but I am just going to ink up the edge of this and come in with just a little bit of ink on a couple of these edges. There. I feel better already. Now I have lots of ink on my stamp again, so I'll just get that cleaned off. Here we go. It's one of those things that once you see it, you can't not see it or unsee it or whatever they say. I can't not see that. Okay, so then we have this, and I think I probably should have done the longer sentiment, but anyway, this will be okay. I'm going to put this just across here. Oh, I could almost just leave it long like that, couldn't I? But it's not in the middle. I'd have to add gems to even it out. Maybe I should, maybe I'll trim it a little bit. We'll just add a couple of angles to it. Hopefully we like that, otherwise we're stamping again since we just cut it apart. There, and then maybe just like up a little bit so you can see the bottom of the stem. I think that will work. Okay, that's what we will do. Decision made. Just hover over this guy. There we go. And then I think we need dimensionals on this guy. Pretty standard stuff as well. So these cards are not, they're not to be difficult to make. They're to be quick and easy so that we can make lots if we want, or we can do all sorts of crafting. So, okay. Let's make sure it's right side up. And I'm just going to put that on there. Hopefully get it straight. Of course, if my card was sitting straight, that would probably be somewhat helpful too. I think we're good. And then it's ready for the card base. So in our monthly card class last night, one of the girls that attends it, she puts everything on dimensionals. So she would have had dimensionals under here, under here, under there. I think I will put dimensionals on here just to for a little bit different look. I don't pop up the sort of the base layer on my cards too often, but it's does give it a little different look, and I like it especially when I've used tone on tone as I have here. So I've got a layer of fresh freesia on top of a fresh freesia card base. So I like, I do that sometimes as well. If I'm going to emboss this piece, but not frame it, sometimes I find it looks best if you put this layer on with dimensionals. And that's just, that's probably as much how I'm feeling today as anything, because some days you pop things up and love it, and other days you don't and you love that. So it can be the exact same thing, can't it? Okay. There we go. So I think I have decided that I am going to use the awesome otters. Oh, I just dropped my butterflies. Do I need butterflies? I better pick them up or I'll be walking on them. Sorry, one moment. Gosh, I got butterflies everywhere down here. They all kind of, they're all trying to fly away on me. Maybe we will be using butterflies, eh? They're very sticky, but they didn't stick to the clear that well there. Okay. One of those days, they just slid right out of my package there, right onto the floor. So, okay, so we have lots of butterflies here. Do we want some butterflies on here? Maybe we'll just embellish this guy with some butterflies. Look at that. There's a big one, and might be a little easier if I get out my pokey tool to put this next one on. I'll put him. I picked him up backwards, didn't I? I'll stick him over there. There we go. Maybe one more up near the top here, just to stick with the odd number, although I really didn't mind it with just 2, but there's 3, so that's good. This sentiment is not straight, so we'll just try and fix that. There, I think that's a little bit better. So there you have it. There is a quick and easy card. And I do have a couple more here to share with you. So let me just get those butterflies out of the way. We'll set these guys to the side. And so same sort of thing. I have pale papaya for my card base. And then I have a layer of pale papaya again. This card, though, is part of one of the 4x6 cards, but it had lines for journaling, so I just cut that off and used the flower part, the decoration. And there's the wood grain that is on the designer series paper as well, on the back of that. So they carry the theme from the designer series paper through the stamps and the Memories and More cards. It's everywhere, obviously, so that everything within this suite will coordinate. And nice. Thanks, Donna. So again, we'll do some tone-on-tone stamping. This is not it's not quite a kit. It's the Memories and More cards come in a package, but that's all that comes with that. There's no other kit pieces. I am not stamping this very well. Is my ink pad? I am going to start over because that was not well executed. Too much talking, not enough concentrating on my stamping, perhaps. Oh, look, I did it again. And now I'm not sure I even inked this part of the stamp, so this might not work well either. They might abandon ship pretty soon. I'm just making a mess of the whole thing. Maybe I can cover it with the card, though, or get just a little bit of a stamp there, and perhaps a little bit over here, because it's all just sort of random pattern. You won't really notice, I don't think, I hope, once I put the next piece on, that I, kind of messed up. Yeah, it kind of, hides your errors. So, okay, so for this one, here's my strip of cardstock. I have the Have a Perfect Birthday stamp, and this is from the Blessings of Home stamp set. So same stamp set as the flowers, and part of the suite. Let's see how we got that. Not sure I have that quite straight. Nope, I do not. See if we can get this one a little bit better. So difficult when you're leaning over something but not right over it. There we go. That is better. Okay. Now this one, maybe we'll pop this one up kind of opposite. So we will put this layer right down, but then we'll pop this up. Just to be different, just for comparison purposes, we can see. Might be a little bit tricky to see the difference on video, but let's see if I can show you. I need my. If you're having trouble with your tape runner running, if you put your silicone mat underneath, it creates a little tension or traction. Usually, there we go. It is sticking there. Okay. Perhaps it was just operator error. Okay, that is not folded well. Let's give him a little better squish. There we go. And put this on here. There we go. And then we will pop this up with dimensionals. One's already got his lid off, but that's okay. They're all coming off in just a moment, so. There we go. I didn't really look at where I will put this. This obviously needs to be trimmed a little bit. So I guess maybe we'll just trim it the same way and see how that works out. So cut a little bit of an angle end on each of these. And we'll find a way to make it work. I'm just going to take these off and we'll stick it down and figure it out. Oops. So for anyone that subscribes to Paper Pumpkin, you know that the January kits had some shipping delays, but I did receive mine today, so if you haven't got yours yet, you will likely be getting it very soon. So they had to wait for some last bits and pieces to get the kits in the mail, but they did ship them out, I think sometime last week, and mine arrived today. So I have not opened it yet. It's always like Christmas when, now look, see, okay, so now I have dimensionals here and dimensionals here and here, but that is going to be uneven. So when you do that, I am just going to flip this back over. I'm going to put a second dimensional on this end so that I have two on this end. So it's double thick and single thick for the rest, and that way my sentiment will be level. I'm going to stand this up so I can see. Yes, okay. So there we go. And now I don't know whether you can see. Oh, there's a delay here. Anyway, I've got two dimensionals under this end. I've got one under here and one under there. So ultimately it's raised by 2 everywhere. So there's that card, and perhaps a few little embellishments. Do we want some, I don't know where we would put it, maybe over top of this, so we might lose the butterflies in there. What do we think? I have these iridescent rhinestones. They tend to be a little more pinky purple, don't they? Maybe not on the, something sticky on my finger here. Let's glue me to the card. Okay, so I will grab something. Let me grab another pack of gems. Something different. What do we have going on here? Oh, look. Maybe some genial gems, because they are these orange and green. Okay, I think so. We're going to go with the pale papaya right here. Boom. Sometimes I put one pale papaya and then, you know, a couple of the others in the pear pizzazz, but we've just done all pale papaya. There we go. Okay, card number 2. And then for the third card, I can't mess up my stamping this time, because I was going to stamp right on to the card base for this one. Just to show you, again, a little different look, that you don't have to layer everything if you don't want to. So, I'm going to bring in the pale papaya once again, and pay a little more attention to my stamping this time, because it matters. As much as the card base is sort of two-sided, it's not really two-sided in that if you turn it over, it'll still show. Last night somebody said, well, you can always put an inside piece of cardstock to hide what you did wrong on the outside if you fold it backwards. But anyway, we'll just try and get this stamped everywhere so that it's not something we need to worry about doing. Which way do I want this to go? Maybe this way. And again, because it's a random pattern, oh dear, all over, I think I might be covering that up. Hopefully we will be okay. Because most of my card base will be covered for this one. So for this one, I selected a card that has an image and a sentiment right on it, just to show you how really super quick and easy it can be. I might put that down a little bit lower. And I also have, this is one of the doilies from the Blessings of Home suite. Is that what the suite's called? I'm not even positive what the suite is called. Heart and Home. I think it's the Heart and Home suite. So I was thinking I would just do something like that for this card. So I am going to use, I don't know whether I want this raised or not. I think I'm going to put him down flat. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue on this. These doilies are just paper, so they, you can just use any of your regular adhesives to add them to your projects. You can cut them, super easy to cut if you want, sort of just a part scallop. I suppose I could have cut this one, but I have just plunked the whole thing down on there. Quick and easy. And then I will use dimensionals on this card. So you can see the back of this card is a miniature version of one of the pieces of Designer Series paper. The one that has still small flowers, but they're not quite that small. So again, same patterns replicated throughout. So everything coordinates. We don't have to do any difficult thinking or make any tough decisions. It all just sort of comes together naturally, because Stampin' Up! Did all that work for us. So okay. All right, and then I am just going to, now I could have done a border on this card, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do really super quick, easy, you know, just the card base and some tone-on-tone stamping, which is very quick, a doily to add a little fun up there, and then perhaps some embellishments, just because, which we put on this guy. It's still not straight, is it? Usually I do a little bit better on my hovering over top of things, even though it's on camera, and it's hard to get the angle, but I'm not having as much success today, it doesn't seem. I think that's too far the other way. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to lift this off, and then I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me so that I can hopefully get it right. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good enough. I think we're good. Oh, look, these might work. These are the brushed metallic dots, and they are kind of lovely, kind of like this color with the whole orange tone sort of going on. So I think I'm going to use some of these. So, and I think I'm going to plunk some on here, and maybe one up there as well. Not sure the embellishments are in the right spot. Well, you know what? I just pushed them. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to bonk you. Just push them down, so that's where they're going on this card. Somebody last night said, well, just use more if they're not in the right spots. Just add more. I don't know, sometimes I think that's too many, though. But one lady said, no, there's no such thing as too many gems. But anyway, so there we go. So that's really quick and easy when the Memories of More card does everything for you. So it's just really, all I did really was add some embellishment bits and pieces with the doily and the gems. So there you have it. 3 quick cards that are like, they're easy to make, they're really pretty, some simple stamping, and you're good to go. So that's what I have for you today for our coffee break. So as far as I know, I will be back at lunchtime next week, back to lunch break. I am trying to get to some training each week, but they rearranged my work schedule earlier in the week, so that was why I ended up with training today instead of Tuesdays when I usually do it. So anyway, here we go. I will keep you posted for the next lunch break. We'll plan for next Thursday at noon, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have an awesome rest of the day. We will see everyone again soon. Bye for now.